Okay, so now we are coming back to our situation with we are doing the activations in our very spread out situation with this battle, and the American forces have just moved here. So the second unit to be activated will be that unit up there, up here. So that's going to be activated, and I assume they're just going to, well, I don't know. That's a good question. Do we want to be so close, as the British commander's question? Do we want to be that close and take an attempt to engage those guys at that range? Or do we want to pull back and try and hook up with perhaps these guys here, which is more than likely the case? Even though all the forces are the same. There's a battalion and artillery and a battalion and artillery. So let's assume that they're exactly the same. The British commander, I could die roll it to see, using the algorithms that you would expect, even for whatever you want to call it, AI, for decision making. But the fact of the matter is, it's either stay and fight or move. Let's assume that the limbered, the artillery is limbered. Either that or move. Now, coming down the road, he would be able to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. He wouldn't get very far before he get fired on. So that's as fast as they would be able to go. And the artillery, of course, would be in the front. Well, actually not, of course, because it's foot artillery. So if the artillery moved first, it would be 1, 2, 3, and that's it, because they didn't start on the road. These guys are starting on the road. So they would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they would be under cover, but their backs would be to the enemy. So that's a good question. And then it's ironic that this is that number 3? It is for the American forces, number 3. Their number 2 is down here. So when they activate this, then these guys would come during the number 3 of the British turn up here, number 3 for the Brits, and here, number 3. So with the forces still there, under cover, they could launch an assault. So they would be coming down the road, 1, 2, 3, 4. They would get into melee. But the artillery would fire first, although we'd have to designate, are they limbered or are they not limbered? Need to die roll that. As a matter of fact, we need to die roll this as well, to be fair. So let's just do red or blue. So it's red for limbered, and they are unlimbered. The Americans, they are unlimbered. So the both artillery pieces are unlimbered. Regardless, limber up and move. 1, 2, and it looks like it's clearing back there. There's no forest, so 1, 2, 3. So let's go ahead and move them. From here. 1, 2, and 3. We use a limber as the point of, and then 1, 2 right behind them. So the next thing would be the Americans in this part right here. So again, rolling to see if that artillery is, well, first of all, the artillery is not in exactly the right spot. So let's put them in the proper spot. Now, yes or no, they are unlimbered. Red is unlimbered. They are limbered. Count the bridges: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Having seen this, which is interesting, he can decide, well, do I want to let those guys go ahead and do that, or do I want to try and cause them to hold back? If I advance down this area, they move them straight ahead. 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That gives us kind of a race to the situation. Any combats? Did I forget any combats? Yes. When the Americans moved there, these guys should have gotten a chance to shoot. So this is going to be combat here. Automatic color code and out of sphere. So I need a red to cause a hit there. And it's just going to be an incremental hit. That's a miss. And the artillery, legal, yes. Fire over the trees, 1, 2, 3 to the trees, and half out means that I could hit those guys. With a +1 commander there. So automatic is 3, 1, 2, 3. Is color goes back to automatic because of the general influence, and it's an automatic hit. Okay, interesting. As we said, even in our little demonstration here, interesting things have happened, including another casualty hit on these guys, which is not good, and it's artillery. And if I believe, and it's still going to be a red hit. It's not going to be incremental at that range. Okay, that's it for that. We'll move on to get more of the demonstration.